Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so happy you came by to see me. And now that I know my grandchildren are watching me, I just want to say, my CC loves you. I think about you all the time and I miss you. Okay, so now today we are going to be talking about something that deeply affects our well-being in retirement, and that's purpose. Whether you've just retired or have been enjoying retirement for years, discovering or rekindling your purpose can lead to a more joyful, healthy, and meaningful life. But first of all, let me ask you, what does purpose mean to you now that you're retired? For some, it may mean family. For others, helping the community, pursuing passions, or learning something new. The good news is there is no wrong answer. Research has shown that retirees with a strong sense of purpose live longer, have lower rates of Alzheimer's and depression, and stay more socially and physically active. In fact, one study from the University of Michigan found that people with a defined purpose were more than twice as likely to remain alive over a 14-year period. So there's a few myths out there that we are going to bust today. One of those is, I'm too old to start something new. How many times have we heard that? I've heard it before. I'm sure you guys have heard it before. Retirement means rest, not work. If you're doing something you love, I don't think I'd consider it work. And the other one is, it's too late to make a difference. These are not true. They are just limiting beliefs. In fact, this phase of life is often when people are most free to explore, grow, and give back. Let me give you some quick examples of true facts of what people have done in their later years. A 72-year-old picked up a paintbrush for the first time in retirement. She now sells her art online and teaches kids in her neighborhood. Now, I have a sister. She is 77 years old. She paints and she's still painting and selling her artwork. We have a retired engineer. He volunteers teaching robotics to middle-aged students. And now this is a volunteer for him. That's because he wants to keep his mind active and he wants to stay in tune with what's going on by being around younger people, which is awesome. And then we have a couple in their late 60s who travel the country writing about local history on a blog, combining their love for learning and travel. Now, see, these are things that make your life feel purposeful, something that you are doing to help yourself and to help others. What all these examples of people in their later years finding purpose have in common is this. They leaned into curiosity and followed what felt meaningful to them. Let's brainstorm. What are you curious or passionate about? I have some ideas. How about volunteering with schools, nonprofits, shelters, hospitals, churches? Learning would be joining a class or online courses to keep your mind busy. Creativity, painting, writing, music, photography, sewing. For fitness, you could join a walking group, a dancing group, a yoga group. And another thing that you can do to feel like you're giving to others is mentorship, where you can share your skills or life experience with younger generations. I kind of feel like I'm in the mentorship phase where I'm sharing my life experience with younger generations and older generations so that you can learn from perhaps my mistakes, perhaps my winnings or whatever, but that's what I think I do. I do mentorship and give my life experience. Now I want you guys to take a moment to reflect. What lights you up? What have you always wanted to try? What lights me up is doing YouTube. I love doing YouTube. Every video I do is like, I want to see how many views I get. I want to see how many comments I get. What are the comments? So YouTube is just a ray of sunshine for me, and it actually feels like that's my purpose, because I have lots of things to say, and hopefully I can help others with some of the experiences that I have had in life. Purpose doesn't have to be a big grand thing. It can be with a single step: signing up for a class, visiting a local community center, your library, your church, or just volunteering for one afternoon, just to be around people and stay active. I want you guys to write down one thing you'd like to explore. Then jot down one small action that you can take this week or next week to get closer to it. That's your lesson for today. So with my final thoughts, I like to close with a quote that sums all of the purpose up beautifully. Retirement is not the end. It's the beginning of a chapter you get to write. So what story will you tell? Think about that. This is the time when you get to write your life. There's no job interfering with what you want to do. Your life is yours. You get to determine what it is that you want to live for. You get to determine what it is that you find joy and purpose in. So you guys let me know in the comments. What's your purpose? Do you have a purpose? And if not, I want you to find one. And remember, your purpose is for you. So there's no wrong answer. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video. And I love you. And I really enjoyed our live last night. We're going to do that again on the 29th of May. All right, you guys take care of yourselves. And I'll see you soon. Bye.